Philippine Culture and Tourism Geography. Lesson 4, Philippine Geography, Regions, Provinces, and Important Cities. Hi everyone, today's lesson is all about Philippine geography. Did you know that the Philippines is made of 7,641 islands? Of course, that would not be exact because it depends on whether we are speaking during low tide or high tide. Anyway, that's a lot of land to cover. We are strategically located in Southeast Asia between the Philippine Sea and the West Philippine Sea, or what is better known as the South China Sea, which has had a huge influence on our culture, trade, and even tourism. Here's something fascinating. The Philippines is part of the Pacific Ring of Fire. This means we have a lot of volcanic activity and earthquakes. But it also makes our land rich in biodiversity. So let's explore how all of this geography shapes the Philippines today. By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to understand the significance of the Philippines' geographic location globally. We will also cover the different regions and provinces. And you will get familiar with where key cities and places are located on a blank map. By the end of this lesson, you will be well on your way to becoming a geography expert. First, let's talk about where the Philippines is located. As we have said, we are in Southeast Asia with the Philippine Sea to our east and the West Philippine Sea, or what is better known as the South China Sea, to our west. Our exact coordinates are about 13 degrees north and 122 degrees east, which puts us right in the path of many typhoons and volcanic activity. Our closest neighbors are Taiwan to the north, Indonesia to the south, and Vietnam to the west. And of course, we cannot also uh, disregard Malaysia. But being surrounded by water has its perks. It's one reason why the Philippines has such a rich marine biodiversity, making us a popular destination for diving and ecotourism. Now let's talk about how the country is divided. As of 2024, we have 18 administrative regions. These regions help manage governance and economic planning, obviously, especially for tourism and development. We can group these regions into three major island groups, namely Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. And here's something new. Negros Island Region, or NIR, has been reestablished as of 2024, adding one more region to the Visayas group. These three island groups, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, each have their own distinct culture and geography. As we know, Luzon is the largest and northernmost, home to our capital, Metro Manila, and is the political and economic center of the country. In the Visayas, meanwhile, you will find some of the Philippines' most famous islands like Boracay and vibrant festivals like the Sinulog in Cebu. And finally, Mindanao is known for its cultural diversity, and natural resources, including the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, or BARMM, or BARM as the people would call it. Let's break down the regions of Luzon, starting with the northernmost region, that is Ilocos. Known for its coastal landscape and heritage cities like Vigan, it's a region rich in history. Moving on to Cagayan Valley, this area is known for its agriculture and the majestic Sierra Madre mountain range. Then we have Central Luzon, the country's rice granary and home to the Clark Economic Zone. Regions like Calabarzon and Mimaropa are key industrial and tourism hubs, with places like Batangas and Palawan drawing many visitors. Of course, the Bicol region is famous for the stunning Mayon volcano, and the Cordillera region is known for its cultural diversity and the Banawe rice terraces. Next up, the Visayas. Region 6, or Western Visayas, is home to the famous beaches of Boracay and the cultural city of Iloilo. Central Visayas, which includes Cebu, is a major tourism hub and often called the Queen City of the South. Eastern Visayas is known for its resilience, especially after Typhoon Yolanda, with cities like Tacloban leading the recovery. And let's not forget the newly re-established Negros Island region, NIR, which combines the beauty of Negros Occidental, Negros Oriental, and Siquijor. Finally, we have Mindanao. The Zamboanga Peninsula, with its Spanish-influenced culture, is a vibrant region in the south. Northern Mindanao is known for agriculture and the bustling city of Cagayan de Oro, while the Davao region is an economic powerhouse led by Davao City. Soxargen includes cities like General Santos, famous for its tuna industry, and of course Manny Pacquiao, and Caraga is rich in natural resources and ecotourism spots. Lastly, the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, or BARM, is unique with its autonomous government, adding to the rich cultural mosaic of the Philippines. Now let's talk about the provinces. There are 82 provinces in the Philippines, with each with its own capital. For example, Ilocos Norte's capital is Lawag, Cebu's capital is Cebu City, and Bacolod serves as the capital of Negros Occidental in the re-established Negros Island region. As for Region 11, for example, we have Davao City. These provinces are further divided into municipalities and component cities, which play a big role in local governance and tourism development. When we think about key cities in the Philippines, a few stand out. Manila, the capital, is at the center of historical and political activity. Cebu City, known as the Queen City of the South, is a major hub for tourism and commerce. Davao City in Mindanao is famous for its cleanliness, peace, and its role as the largest city in the south. Other cities like Baguio, Vigan, and Zamboanga have their own unique cultural and historical importance, thereby adding to the richness of our country. Take note that our geography is not just about cities and regions. It's also about natural features that define our island. For example, Mount Apo in Mindanao is the highest peak in the Philippines, while Mayon volcano in Bicol is famous for its near-perfect cone shape. And rivers like the Cagayan and lakes like Laguna de Bay or the Bay play crucial roles in agriculture and livelihoods. And of course, the Philippines is known worldwide for its beaches and islands. Places like Boracay and Palawan continue to draw visitors from around the globe. Now, let's put all this knowledge to use with an activity. You will be given a blank map of the Philippines, and your job is to label the 18 regions, including the newly re-established Negros Island region. Make sure to highlight important geographical features like Mount Apo and key cities like Cebu, Manila, and Davao. This will help you to get a better grasp of how everything fits together. Before we wrap up, let's quickly review. We have so far covered the Philippines' global location, its division into 18 regions, and the importance of provinces and cities in local governance and tourism. We also touch on key geographical features that make the Philippines a diverse and beautiful country. This geographic diversity is not just a source of pride. It plays a crucial role in shaping the country's culture and tourism, which we will explore more in the next lessons. Now, need help memorizing all the regions and provinces? Here's a tip. Mnemonics can be really helpful. For example, Calabarzon stands for Cavite, Laguna, Batangas, Rizal, and Quezon. You can also try repeated practice by filling in blank maps or quiz each other in groups to keep things fun and interactive. For your assignment, focus on memorizing the 8 regions and key provinces. There will be a map quiz next session, hopefully, so be sure to practice. In our next lesson, we will dive deeper into how geography influences the cultural diversity of each region and how that shapes tourism across the country. So next meeting, we will proceed to lesson 5, which is about domestic tourism at a glance. So thank you. See you then.